Cleanse the energy. Shay. Alrighty. Right, it is 7:01. One more minute. And next week, I will not come on too early. I'm going to finish out this 3-part series. And depending on how things go, if I feel it's successful enough for me to sit here and spend my time, I will continue doing these lives. If not, then I will stop, because I am dipping my hands and toes into so many different endeavors that if something is, not benefiting me or what I'm trying to do, then I will push it to the side and move on to something else, because there's so many things that I'm working on and diving into. So that being said, it is 7:02. Now, for part one, this is part one. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am so sorry that I started too early, but thank you for coming in. Thank you for watching the replay, because nobody's in here right now. So, but thank you so much and welcome to my channel. My name is Amber D. I am a life coach, hypnotherapist, Reiki master, minister. Trust me, I could sit here all night and name off all my titles. I wear many, many hats, even licensed esthetician. So I do everything from skincare to spiritual care to, mental care. I'm not a psychiatrist. I did start school for that, but it was just a little too boring. School for life coaching was more fun. Oh, my eye is burning. Okay, so anywho, tonight I wanted to talk about the effects or symptoms of not practicing enough self-love, having a lack of self-love. If you are feeling depression, if you have low self-esteem, if your life is stagnant or declining, if you have low energy, lack of desire to do the things that you want to do or have fun, well, that is part of depression, but that is also a sign that you are not exercising enough self-love. If you feel that you can't say no to people, you are basically at everyone's mercy. Somebody says, well, come give me a ride here, and you don't want to, but you say, well, it's just a quick ride to the store. I'll do it. It doesn't matter how big or how small something is. If you don't want to do it, say no and don't give an explanation. If you're not practicing self-care, you forget about yourself. You don't, take care of your hair, your skin, your nails. You don't comb your hair. Like me, I don't put on makeup to go to work because I'm there to work. But on the weekends, I like to put on makeup and look nice. But there's periods of times where I won't put on makeup. There's periods of times where I'll just slap a little polish on my toenails instead of going and getting a pedicure and spending time with myself. But when you start to forget about yourself and not doing even the simplest, smallest little things for yourself, you feel unappreciated, and you feel uncomfortable in your own skin. Feeling unappreciated is because you're not speaking up. You need to speak up. Never stick to commitment to yourself. It's things like, okay, everybody has these New Year resolutions. I refuse to go to the gym. I don't want to go to the gym January, February. I won't say I refuse to go, but that is not appealing to me, because January and February, those are the months when everybody has their New Year resolution, and they're in the gym, they're working out, and then they start dwindling off in February and March and April. Then the gyms get a little more empty. Well, it's kind of changing now. People are getting more into health and fitness, but anywho, they start kind of dwindling out, and that's because they forgot that they made a commitment to themselves. They rather sit down and have a cheeseburger, or be lazy, watch movies, do other things. and they break their commitment to themselves. If you go around breaking your commitment to yourself, do you really think others are going to trust you? Think about that. If you cannot keep a commitment to yourself, to you, do you think your mate, your friends, your family are going to trust that you are going to keep a promise to them? I wouldn't trust it. I would not trust a person who cannot keep a commitment to themselves. You can't tiptoe out of your own body. You can't hide anything from yourself, So then basically you're lying to yourself, you know? That is not self love. A lot of people go around saying that, oh, I love myself. I used to think I loved myself, but I did not. I didn't love myself when I would allow people to take advantage of me, to walk all over me, to use me, to lie to me, knowing people are lying to me. I just sit there like, okay, okay. Like I know the truth, but okay, I'm going to let you lie. That's not showing self love. You have to put your foot down, and you can do it in a respectful way. You can do it in a way that's not going to break friendships, but some of them need to be broken. You can put your foot down in a way that just kind of lets people know, hey, I'm not having it anymore. It doesn't say a welcome mat across my forehead or my back. Have conversations with people. Open your mouth. If there's somebody that's mistreating you, whether it be your mate, your spouse, your kids, your boss, whomever, friends, sit them down and say, no more. This is a whole new me. I'm ready to turn over a whole new leaf. Welcome whoever came in. Unfortunately, I'm not able to see who, but I'm just going over different ways to show yourself self-love. Okay, they locked down. But just make sure that you are being true to yourself. You're being honest to yourself. Make sure you're loving yourself. Make sure that you don't forget about yourself. Don't spend all your time running around doing everything for everyone else. And then at the end of the day, you don't have a single second to give to yourself. You just pass out cold, you're exhausted, you're tired. You really need to make sure you're feeding into yourself first. Every single morning when I get up, I have my spiritual time. I do that before my feet hit the ground. And then I do some back stretches for my back. And then after I, brush my teeth, wash my face, do all that good stuff, get dressed, I go into my prayer closet, and then I spend time in prayer and meditation. That's how I start my day every single day. That is self-care. That's your spiritual care right there. And that's the best way to start your day. That's how you really should start your day. Even if you're like, I'm rushing, I don't have time, set your alarm clock, about 10, 15 minutes earlier, and give yourself 10 or 15 minutes to meditate, pray, whatever it is that you do, to practice, for your spiritual practice. But make sure that you are you're feeding into your spiritual life, no matter what it is. I'm a minister, and I respect all, faiths, beliefs, religions, all that. So whatever it is that you do, whether it be praying, meditating, lighting candles, sound bowl, whatever it is, make sure you give some time to that before you start your day. That is one way of definitely practicing self-love and pulling yourself out of the side effects of having a lack of self-love, which is depression and low self-esteem and things of that nature. Other things that you need to do, a lot of people don't know about. I learned about it when I started to become more spiritual, and that's doing shadow work. You need to take time, and it takes a long time, and it's something that you have to keep going back to. You really should practice it every day, but shadow work, that's going into yourself and just kind of going through the different chapters in your life, from childhood to adolescent to young adult to, the age that you are now, and looking at the things that has caused you any pain or anger and dealing with that. If you were bullied as a child, if you were abused, if you were abandoned, no matter what has happened in your childhood, you need to face it. You need to deal with it. You have to go through the process of forgiving. Forgiving is not always having to talk to the person, because someone could have passed away. You may not be able to get in touch with them. You may not want to talk to them because it could cause more pain or hurt or what have you. So you can write a letter to that person and then go outside, burn that letter, and let the wind carry the ashes away. There's so many things that you need to do to forgive um, past hurts and traumas. And also, one exercise, I have my, oh, here we go. One exercise that I like, I hated it before, but one exercise to practice a little self love is to look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. Now, before, I could not do that. I thought that was weird. I thought that was goofy. I thought it was silly. I'd be like, okay, cuckoo ball in the house. I love you. But now, I'd be like, girl, I love you. And I mean it. You have to, because if you don't love you, no one else can. If you don't love you, you can't love anyone else. So I just wanted to give some tips on how to practice self-love. I want to get more into it on part 3. I'm just giving you guys a little too much for part 1, but that's going to be part 3. Part 2 is going to be about don't block your blessings, how to stop allowing people in that's blocking you from your self-love. People actually get in the way of you practicing self-love. If you get up and say, you know what, I'm going to have a self-care day, and someone says, oh, I need you to watch my kids real quick. You're like, all right, I guess I'll do it another time. They just stopped you from practicing self-love. They just blocked they just got in your way. They blocked your blessing, because once you've accomplished true self-love, you are blessed. Don't let anyone block that blessing, So I'll go over more of all of that in the next 2 episodes. So right now, no one is logging in. So I'm going to see how much feedback or how many people watch for the playback, and that will determine if I will continue doing this. So I guess that's why I'm giving a little more information. So if somebody does watch it and if there's not enough people, then you've got a little bit of information. But go ahead and look in my bio. I did announce that I am available to book appointments for life coaching, for hypnotherapy. I didn't put on there Reiki, but Reiki, and then also for tarot reading. So if you are interested, my web address is down there, zenobiaspath.us. You can go on to the website, and my contact information is in there. Although I'm giving you my website where my contact information is at, I just don't feel comfortable putting it on here. Maybe I can put my email address on here, but I don't feel comfortable putting more information than that on YouTube. But excuse me, my website is on there, so with prices and more in-depth information on those services, because not everybody knows what a life coach is. A lot of people ask, well, what is a life coach? What do life coaches do? And it's kind of hard to explain, but I was laying there falling asleep, and I was like, if somebody else asked me that, what can I tell them? And then I thought about Closet World. Okay. Which is kind of a weird analogy, but anywho, I just thought of explaining, okay, when your closet, you open the closet and you get slapped in the face by shoes and purses and clothes and all kinds of crazy things because your closet is a hot mess. What do? You call Closet World, they come out and they take care of the closet for you. Well, that's not what a life coach does. A life coach would come, stand there, and say, okay, you have dirty socks, dirty skivvies in this pile, but you have a empty shelf there and you have an empty laundry basket. Where do you think those dirty things should go? And if you say, I think I'll put them on the shelf. Well, the life coach would say, is that a good idea? If you want to put your winter sweaters up, what are you going to, are you going to put them in the hamper? Or you're going to put them on the shelf, or I mean, if the shelf is taken up by the dirty stuff, and then you go, oh yeah, I'm going to put the dirty things in the hamper and I'm going to put those winter sweaters on the shelf. And the life coach says, bravo, there you have it. Go ahead, get that done, let me know how you feel, and then we'll discuss the next thing. So that's kind of the analogy that popped in my head. It's a little wacky, but it fits, I guess. I'm a little wacky, so anywho. All right, well, no one's really chiming in, so that's discouraging me to continue. But I did just want to, I want to encourage you to stop and just kind of do a self evaluation, do a self scan, I should say, and just think about how you feel, you know, think about how you feel mentally, think about how you feel energetically, think about how you feel, in your level of creativity, your production at work, how you are with family at home. Think about those things, how you feel in all those different areas of life. Make notes and kind of go over it. And if there's a lot of negative and not enough positive, you probably need to give me a call, book an appointment, and we can start working on those things. Or you can work on it yourself, send me an email and, ask for some pointers, um, ask for different exercises. Or if you know how to just attack those things yourself, or start to sit down and kind of make changes. If there's issues within the family, you sit down with your family and say, hey, let's have a family meeting. Let's figure out how we're going to work these things out because I am being affected here. Or I don't like how I'm interacting with you and I want to change myself. So let's sit down and let's come up with a plan or a schedule, family game nights, or, just a day where you can spend time with the family, and change your relationship within your household. Um, Things going on at work, if you're able to sit down and talk with your coworkers or boss or whomever it is you may be having an issue with. Make sure to do those things because you have to speak up for yourself if you want things to change in life. And speaking up for yourself doesn't mean you're slamming your foot and you're pounding your fist. It just means you are being heard. You have a voice that needs to be heard, so use it. Let people know when things are not good and you want to make it better. And if things can't be changed or fixed, or the person doesn't want to compromise with you, then it's up to you to make other choices on what you're going to do about that situation. So make sure you're standing up for yourself, you're speaking up for yourself. Let's an idea just popped in mind. Let's do it with chakras. Think about your spirituality, your crown chakra. That's your connection to the Most High. How is that going? How do you need to change that in order to make sure your root chakra is healthy? Focus on your prayer, your meditation life. See how that's going. Some of you may not be spiritual or intuitive, but if you are, let's think about how our third eye is. Ooh, mine is hot. Mine is hot. And my third eye chakra is healthy. My crown chakra is healthy. But think about different things you may need to do to cleanse, like sound bowl or sage, to clear the area or clear your aura so that you can have a healthy third eye if that's something you believe in. Your throat chakra. That's funny. Mine is hot. Well, I've started to speak up for myself a lot more lately. So my throat chakra is warmer than it normally is. I can feel the heat. Being a Reiki master, that's how I perform Reiki. I feel for the energy in your chakras. So I can feel the energy. I can feel heat coming up off my throat. Being on here on YouTube, speaking, even though nobody's watching, I am exercising my throat chakra. I am opening it up. I'm using it. I'm giving life to it. I'm giving myself a voice, a form, and I do speak up more. I do use the word no more. And so my throat chakra is healthy. But if yours is not healthy, start just exercising it. Start with a mirror. Get in the mirror and pretend like you're talking to the person. Exercise it. Think about things you might want to say to someone that you need to speak to. Go ahead and do it. Definitely, tell yourself, I love you. It feels good once you get over the, oh, this is weird, oh, that's crazy. It took me a little while to get past all that, but now I look at myself and be like, girl, I love you. You are the bomb. Because I do. If I don't love me, nobody else could. you know and if I don't love me, I can't love anybody else. And I have such a huge heart that I want to love everybody, so definitely had to start with me. um and then your heart chakra, can't forget that. Feel your heart chakra. Mine is hot, hot, hot because I have a huge heart. That's what got me into life coaching, becoming a minister, a Reiki master, a hypnotherapist, just having a love for wanting to help others and be there for others has definitely opened up my heart. Um, but I will close somebody off if I feel somebody does not love me. Bye. Because I choose me. I choose myself over anyone else on this earth. You have to choose yourself over everybody else. Before I was like, I can't choose nobody over my kids. I mean, I can't even choose myself over my kids or my mom. My mom gave me life. I gave my kids life. I'm responsible for them. But no, you do have to choose you over everybody else, even your mom and your kids, everybody. You have to choose you first and number one. And now that I've realized and understand that that's not being selfish, because that's what you think. You think, I'm selfish if I try to love myself over my kids or over my mom. No, it's not. That is self love. That is practicing self love. And that strengthens you. That strengthens your heart. That strengthens, your whole being, your whole life, your whole aura. When you love yourself, I mean, you go from this to, just big and mighty and powerful. Once you love yourself, you have so much power and so much strength, so much just wonderful positive energy going on when you love yourself. It's like your heart grows, your love grows, everything just positive in you just grows. And once you love yourself and you exercise that love for yourself, then the love you give to everyone else is so much more better than when you didn't choose yourself first. Before you choose yourself first, your love is mediocre. It's minute. But once you start loving yourself, you can knock somebody over into a backflip with the love that you're just throwing at them. You can just hit them with love and hit them like the Hulk. They go flying. So love yourself first, because it just makes your love grow It gives it so much power. Love yourself first. Your heart chakra will be healthy. So I'm not going to get into the rest of the chakras, but well, root chakra. Let's jump down to the root chakra. Um, the root chakra uh keeps you grounded. It keeps you firm. That's like a lot of self-esteem and it gives you man, I'm like not thinking of the right words. But that's the foundation. That's your foundation. Your root chakra is your foundation. Sorry, I'm bouncing. Your root chakra is your foundation for everything. You cannot stand without your root chakra, but that's your confidence, your power, your life force, your all your might is in your root chakra. So if you're not confident, if you're not strong, if you're not practicing self-love, your root chakra is definitely going to be weak. Ground yourself. Make sure you are standing tall, standing firm. Make sure you believe in yourself. Make sure you trust yourself. Make sure you love yourself. Make sure you hold yourself in a high position. And, work on that. Work on you. Make sure you're taking care of you. Make sure you're loving you. Um, Make sure you're making the right choices and decisions in every single thing every day. And everything you do, the way that you go is according to how you love yourself. Now that sounds a little, like a far stretch, but no, it's true. If you run out the house like, I don't have to have breakfast. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. On the weekends, I really don't eat breakfast because I'm not hungry. But I make sure to, have some water or juice or whatever before I run out of the door and go anywhere. But during the week, I'm hungry because I'm working. So I don't know why. It's weird. Like my body just knows, oh, we're going to work, so we need to eat. And I wake up hungry. But on the weekends, I don't get hungry until late in the day. But I'm in go mode. I want to go to the gym. I want to, make sure I run these errands. I want to get my car washed. I want to, do this. I want to do that. So I'm doing the things that I want to do. I need to, go to the beauty supply. I need to, whatever it is I have planned that day. I want to just run out and do it. So, I just go. But make sure you are putting proper nourishment into your body to give you enough energy to get through the day. Make sure that you're brushing your hair, you're brushing your teeth, you're washing your face, you're putting a nice good natural natural moisturizer on your skin. I'm like all about natural products and things. But make sure you're taking proper care of yourself inside and out. Start your day feeding into your spiritual life, prayer, meditation, time to just sit there and breathe. When you inhale, you expand your belly. When you exhale, you deflate your belly. That's the proper way to breathe. So make sure you're taking, like at least 3 deep breaths before you start your day. Whatever it is, just practice some sort of just feed into your spiritual life is what I'm trying to say. Feed into your spiritual life, feed into your physical self, exercise, eating properly, just take care of you. And just keep adding to your routines, just keep doing different things, keep making changes in your life, and you'll feel different. You'll think different. You'll act different. Your energy level will increase. Your mood will improve. There's so much that just happens that improves in your life from practicing self-love properly. So I'm going to try and think of a more structured way to deliver my messages because I know I was a little all over the place. But yeah, so I will pop on my back office and see how this video has done, and that will determine if I go ahead with part 2 and 3 or just shut the channel down. So if you watched the playback, you liked it, you liked the message, even though it's a little all over the place, let me know. Give me some feedback, and we'll see where it goes from there. All right. Love, light, and blessings, and practice self-love. Take care of you. All right. Be blessed, everyone. Take care.